Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry here for Kaneng Nwangu. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw here. Drops this off with Nwangu. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. I'll give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the... And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10. Right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Here we go, set.
Love looking to throw it. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend, and usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Yeah, we talk all the time, Charles, that it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. For a tight end, some of the best hands in the game. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, fourth down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Matt LaFleur, some confidence in his offense. His guys going here on fourth down. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jaden Reed from 10 yards out. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Nick Folk for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Back to throw now on first down. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Up the middle, Nwangu. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Back to Nwangu again on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, he'll drop to throw. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. In motion, Slayton. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here now, 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to face a third down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back. Just a little more animated.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Love from the gun. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Here's Love. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Now he'll give it up on the reverse. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Love. Flushed out right. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well. And this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. On the give is Nwangu. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
One of the great things about most guys that play on the offensive line is that they have patience and extreme confidence in themselves. This group's gotten pushed around the entire game, haven't been able to move the ball very well. But after picking up a first down, running it there, they'll feel a little bit better about themselves going forward.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Back to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Rashawn Gary able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Giants take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Love now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Working out of the gun. Love. He finds his man. Complete. It's Reed. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Throwing. Love. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Flush to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third down and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert. Don't jump early and give them free yardage.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Hyatt there to grab it. Finding space at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Now that's a killer, because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really, they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them. Handoff here to Nwangu. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball. Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Another run now for Nwangu. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Okay, break. Panther Street. Set.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD.
See ya, scrub.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
Nobody watching your bullshit? What the fuck?
And the lead is up.
Go ahead.
York ready, and here we go.
Hold that up, pussy. Once again. I thought it was going to be different. I thought it was going to be different this time.
Chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30.
All right, if I was, say I was, what's your excuse second half?
About set to get the
Yeah, I wouldn't either, to your fucking ass.
It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Buffalo 18.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Play action this time with Love. Buying time, and the ball comes out. Love lost it. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Throwing on 2nd and long. Love. That's taken in by Kraft. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. So they stay alive in the NFL.